petit cherries, or if you want to know in English, it means hello, my small cherries. It's Ayshxo. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time, but quickly I'll just say that for those of you who watch because of my cross stitch, I'm not stitching at the moment. I am going through a phase where I decided to go to a new optometrist because they were cheaper. You know, it's one of those budgety type places, because even before I choose a frame or anything, my lenses cost about the $300 mark. So I thought if I go here, it might be slightly cheaper, whatever. Worst decision of my life. It's been about 2 months, 4 or 5 visits, and I've probably got at least another 2 visits. I don't know what this optometrist is doing, but absolutely mental. I am not happy with her, will not return to that store, but I'm just trying to get it resolved. She didn't get my contact lenses right, nor did she get my normal glasses right. And it just occurred to me when I left, she didn't even ask me what I wanted, because I've got astigmatism, so she didn't even ask, well, what do you prefer? Do you want a stronger short vision or long vision? She didn't ask any of those standard questions. And then she gave me some contacts, and I said, these aren't right. She goes, oh, I thought they wouldn't be right, but I thought I'd try it out. I thought I'd let you try it out. It's like I've got nothing else to do than to come and visit you on a weekly basis. Anyway, or fortnightly basis, I should say. So I'm not stitching at the moment because basically I can't see the holes properly, and I am knitting. So this is one of my knitting podcasts. So for those of you who have stuck by, thank you for sticking by, and welcome back to my channel. The last video I put up on this channel was the giveaway, like a hello sort of thing, and a giveaway for a bag and yarn, and I did pull out for that bag and yarn for that bag and yarn, and the winner was the Dancing Geek. Now I swear, when I put the numbers through the random generator, I'm going, I bet he's going to win, and he did. And it's just like, because obviously watch similar podcasts, and I've seen him win a few times, and sure enough he did. And yeah, so anyway, he's received his bag, he's knit with the yarn, all's good, all done. But we'll have some more giveaways. I'm hoping to have a knit along in November, but I'll talk about it soonish. For those of you who haven't watched any of my videos, I do edit purely because I sometimes ramble a lot, and even I get bored with my voice. Sometimes I talk, and you'll actually get this bit. Sometimes when I talk, I keep on talking, but I forget what my point was. Forgive me if I do that, but you know, that's the way it is. Yeah, so I'll show you some finishes, obviously my whips, and some Uber shopping that I've done, and some stuff that somebody's given me as well, which was very much appreciated, which I will share with you guys too. So again, like I said, with the knit along in November, if that gives you an idea of what the theme will be. Yeah, so I keep on looking here because all the stuff's here, and I just picked up a couple of items. So if I look there, it's purely, obviously you're going to see me reaching, but you know, if I can bother editing those bits, I will. And because I haven't spoken to absolutely nobody in particular for a long time, I'm sure this is going to be an interesting podcast. And if you can hear the air conditioning, sorry, I hope the sound is actually okay. Okay, so I'm going to show you some of my whips, and some of my finishes, and while I think most of these you wouldn't have seen as whips, but so you'll see the finishes. Firstly, these are what I called my birthday socks. This is a yarn. I don't have any of the papers, but if you link to my Ravelry page, you'll see all the yarn names and so on. But I have the computer on here, so let's see. See, I can't even see this distance, so we'll see. We'll see how we go. Okay, so what I might do, and I'm talking, sorry, obviously I'm not going to edit this bit out because you're still hearing me. Okay, so these are my birthday socks. The pattern itself is not a it's just my own pattern. Toe up, Fish Lips Kiss Heel. The yarn is from Yarn vs Zombies, and the yarn name is let's see what it is. I think something to Morning something. Yes, Morning Dew. I'm not sure if she still sells this anymore, but yeah, it's so cute. I love it. And all I did was slip a stitch at the new row and knit it on the next row. So I wanted bright coloured socks, so I did that. So they're not matching at all, and I love them. I do a 60 or a 64 stitch sock. It just depends on the yarn thickness. I use a 1.75 millimeter needle. I tend to, as I'm getting here, because I have a high instep, that if I'm doing 60, I'll do increase to 64 just before I get to the heel. And yeah, so I'm loving these ones, and I do love the colours. It's just, there you go. How cute are they? I love them. And then I think some of these you're only going to see one sock, but because like they're in a pile somewhere, but trust me, there are two of these socks as well. These are my socks, and these were actually if you remember, I had a swap package from Beth from Foxes in Socks, and she sent me a little Wendy Johnson book with all toe-up socks. So this was called I think it was called the Dead Simple lace pattern. And again, toe-up, I like doing different colour toes and heels, so that's what I did. That's the pattern there. Easy to do, so easy to do. And the yarn itself is from Miss Click Clack in her Fenwick Street Flash Merino base, and the colour is Wanton. Don't you just love it? It's just beautiful purples, and I mean, it almost goes to blue there, and it's probably bluer in the screen. I'm not sure how it's going to show up to you guys, but I just love those socks, and there's so much room. And obviously these are 60 stitch socks, so, and I like a short sock, so that's why they're like that. And then, so let me just flick these so they're right out of the way. And then I made another pair of socks, because even though I'm not doing a brown bag sock club, I really think I'm going to maybe hit the 12 socks for the year target this year, so that'll be interesting. And this is a pair of socks that I think everybody has done, and these are the Rose City Roller. This is the Rose City Rollers sock by Mara Catherine Brinner. And they're just a short sock with, it's just like a rolled hem at there, so there's no ribbing. And it's got I don't know, the short row gusseted heel, I don't know what it's called. So I think this is the only second time I've done a heel like that, and it's top down. I prefer doing top up, but I really enjoyed knitting with these ones. Knitting this pattern. I just love it. I don't know what it was. I really enjoyed it, and I think part of the reason was I was using also 1.75 millimeter DPNs, the carbons. Loved using them. Loved it. I usually magic loop, but I really enjoyed using it. There was just, I don't know, I think I've got so many the needles for magic looping. I don't want to get more DPNs at 1.75 because they're not cheap. They're over $20 or something, so we'll see how we go. But I loved it. And the yarn for this was, the colourway is Kelp Forest, and the yarn is the Patterns Australia Patronelle Magic. And yeah, so I don't think you can get these overseas, but if anybody wants me to pick some up, we can work it out through PayPal if you're overseas. And they've got some other colourways too, which I think I might have another colourway, so I definitely want to knit with those. So consequently, all this knitting, I've got a lot of socks, what's it, leftovers. So I might be wanting to do a mini swap later on. Okay, and this is, and so more, Yeah, and this is, I'm not showing you everything, I just wanted to show you some stuff and to get some advice about some stuff too. So this is the Dream Stripes shawl by Kaliao Berangerie. I use Skein Merino Silk Sport in Bohemian and Graphite. So that's a colourway there. I loved knitting this. I love stripes. I'm a girl from the 80s, so I love stripes. Then it's got this sort of cute lacy bit. I haven't blocked this at all yet. I need to buy some blocking wires. But I love knitting this, but obviously where I did the colour change, it's tight, and so it's not even when I fold it in half, which is a pain. I don't know, and there's a lot of other stripy shawls that I want to do, so if anybody can give me some advice about, other than trying to remember not to pull the yarn so tight when I'm doing the colour changeover for stripes, if you can give me some hints, that would be awesome. But I do like the colour. I did actually contemplate frogging this and starting again, but I can't be bothered because I like it, and with spring I think this is going to be nice for spring, so I love it. And that's my Dream Stripes shawl. Yes, you can see bits and pieces still on here because it has to be blocked, but that's how it looks if you want to do the hosty look, you know, the hosty look, that one. But I won't wear it like that. I will wear it like this. So that's the shawl there. I'm actually getting a bit cold now. The air conditioning is on because it's warm outside, but yeah, so it's just gorgeous. I just love it. Just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. So that's that one, and I actually kept that in a bag that I think I guys showed you. These are this is my Freckle Whimsy bag. I really like it. It's got some llamas on it. It's got cute little polka dots. It's just gorgeous. I don't know about you guys, but I don't use handles or any of these. I don't knit while I'm walking or anything like that. How can I put, if you've ever done the personality test, I am an INFJ. The I, everybody's surprised about the I, which is introvert, and yes, I am one. I think in the description it also said that I might be a quiet extrovert, so yes, I can be loud and boisterous sometimes, but I'm actually an introvert at heart. Trust me on that. So I had to do a bit of a bum shuffle there. And then, what else have I knit? Oh, this one I haven't got a proper picture on the pattern on Ravelry yet, so I'll show you the picture. This was actually a test knit for Amber O'Brien. Sorry, did you hear that? This was a test knit for Amber O'Brien for one of the clubs. Amber, if you haven't checked out Amber's designs on Ravelry, she does mostly like a lot of shawls, and I love them. Absolutely love them. And I'll take this one off so I can put the other one on. So the design is called Goldwing, and that's how it looks. And there's actually two sizes. There's a large and a small. I actually started this doing a large, and I think I was using like a MCN from Skein, but I just didn't like it. I didn't enjoy what it was looking. I don't know, there was, you know, when you just go, ew, this is just ew. And it was going to be red, like a raspberry colour, but I ended up choosing another one. So if you can see, actually, which one is it? That picture there. So that's where the small one ends, and that's obviously the large one underneath it. So that's the design. And here's my one, which I kept in my, what's this bag? This is from Bling Your String. I just love her bags, and this was from our bag club because I said I love books, and I can't remember what size it was. The yarn I used is actually, I think it might be a limited edition. Let me have a look. It's a basic sock from Lanitium Ex Machina, and the colorway is, no, this is not, this is actually on a website. It's a 75/25 superwash nylon, and the colorway is Shire, so that's how it looks when it's balled up. So it's almost got a green gold look, and then all the rust tones, which is just stunning. And this is what I knit up. So it does involve short rows. I don't want to say any more than that, but which are interesting because I don't do them. I've never done them before, which we'll discuss soon. So it is, this has been blocked, and it's longer than my wingspan, and my wingspan would be my height, so it's 150 centimeters wide, and that's the leftover, so that's another 20, 30, so about 6 foot for those of you speaking the old language. And again, I'm a big fan of this one. I actually prefer to and this was a hard one because I couldn't actually show you guys, like pin it on the thing, but I haven't played around with this one, how I'm going to wear it. But I suppose if you were to wear it like this and maybe tuck that in, it'd be cool. But I haven't decided how I would wear this one, but I just love the colour because the greenish gold almost has that chartreuse undertone that, you know, you guys know that I love. Yeah, so that's Goldwing. Love that. And then I have more finishes than that. Because I don't have some of them. And this hat I wanted to talk to you guys about. This hasn't been blocked yet, but I don't think it will improve all that much. This is the Lonely Cable hat by Hohi Locatelli. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, and it was a fun knit. It was good to do some cables and really just get my cable thing on. So you've got purling and knitting. I don't mind purling because I purl, I think they call it a true purl, but the way I purl, it means that, like for instance, if you're doing the knit row, the next row, the front leg is at the back. Does that make sense? But anyway, which is a pain when you're doing lace work, and yeah, it's a pain when you're doing that one. But for when I'm doing hats like this, it makes it go just as quick. Like it's my tension, my my knitting speed or anything, none of that changes, so that suits me, and I don't do that much lace that the world is ending. And sometimes I can work out how to make it work for myself, but anyway, and other times I have to change the orientation of the stitches before I stitch them. This was a fun knit, and the yarn is a Madeline Tosh DK, is it? Let me have a look. I made this for my sister. It's a model, yeah, Madeline Tosh DK in Fathom. So that's a colour there. It's just beautiful. It's like a really deep, it's a deep blue, but it's not, yeah, it's almost, well, it's not navy, it's like a deep blue, and then it's like it's been over dyed with like a navy or a black, and it just gives that beautiful colour. I'm not a big fan of this hat. I sort of did the big version of it, but you see, I think the decreases, they happened too quickly, because I think they happened, I don't know if they happened on every round or I read it wrong, but I was looking at the picture as well and it looks similar, and I just think it's a really shallow hat. And I think that even if I made it even longer, which I did longer than normal anyway, I don't know, there was just something about it. This is for my sister, so hopefully she'll like it. I actually did an extra repeat as well, just to make it a bit wider, because she said it was too tight, which I think she was dreaming. So it sits okay, but I don't know, I think I just had different expectations of it. But I actually will make it again, and I won't make it any differently other than making it slightly tighter, because this is a bit loose for me. And I don't think I will block it. I will see how it sits on her head, but it's a cute hat. And you know, obviously if you make it long enough, I mean, it goes past my ears. I think I did the 5 or 6 repeat one, but I like it. It was easy to do, easy to follow. If you haven't done cables before, I think this is a good one to do, because it's just the one cable. So that's Fathom and the Lonely Cable hat. So I'll give that to my sister Goulet. And then I did another test knit. This one, I haven't cut the ends off. So one of these I will just put normal, and the other one I'll put This, I don't know the name of this one. Was it called Secret Love? This was a test knit for Sparkle Punk Lisa, Lisa Tomko, and they're mitts. It's the first time I've ever made mittens in my life. I thought they were going to be harder than I thought they were, and they weren't. So, and I gave my opinions about the pattern and all that sort of stuff. I actually think I'd be a good tech editor, because my job is about numbers and details and making sure that my reports are correct. So this is how they come. So it's either long, and then you can just fold it up and pin it. So it's just, I use a little pirate, because Pirate Day was coming up. And the design there is quite cute. It was easy to follow. It's almost got a basket weave look to it. I really like it. And the yarn that I used is just Bendigo Wool and Meal's 8-ply luxury base, which would be 8-ply DK for you guys overseas. And yeah, I like the fact that you can fold them. I don't like wearing gloves purely because my hands are so small. I can never find gloves that fit. There's always those gaps at the top. So, and plus we don't get it. It's not that cold in Australia. I actually went through this year, through winter, and I was determined to do this to see if it would work. I didn't take out my winter coat, my uber warm winter coat. I didn't take. I've got this cape, which I call a blanket, and basically I use that. When I needed a hat, I wore that. And because I walk, you know, the furthest I walk in the cold, like during the day for work, is, you know, I'm walking to the station and I'm walking to the building. It's not as if I'm going to go for a long walk down to the CBD and go shopping if I'm not warm. And if I was planning that, then I'd wear just something warm anyway. And I didn't have to wear my winter coat. So cool. How much money am I going to save in the future, because I'm not going to wear winter coats anymore. But so they're my gloves for my test knit. That was a fun knit. I don't know if you can actually buy these yet. I still haven't cut the ends. I'm not going to block these, but yeah, they were fun to do. They were cool. And oh, I got one more. Here's the other sock if you didn't believe me. And then one more finish, and I actually just watched the Canadian Knitters podcast, and I found out that I won something for these. I won a pattern I'm looking forward to. I gave her 2 options of a pattern, and I thought she can just choose which one. It'll be a surprise when she sends me. These are my Love Wins socks. These were cast on when the US made the decision to allow everybody to marry and not be, you know, not judge people on their sexual orientation. No, I'm not gay, but that doesn't mean I don't support that everybody who loves, if, you know, 2 adults who are born, you know, because of a because of their genetics are born a different way, that they can't marry each other. So I hope I don't offend anybody. I don't think same-sex marriage has anything to do with religion as such. Yeah. Anyway, that's my opinion. So these are my Love Wins socks. I actually didn't have much luck with these ones. I decided to do a pattern that I'd seen people post online, not a pattern, but yeah, for striped socks, self-striping, and I couldn't work out, and I wasn't successful in finding a pattern, so I sort of did it in my head. I'll do this pattern again, I should say, like, yeah, the pattern work again, but I won't do it. Now I know what I did wrong, although this might be okay after I block them. See, these are the moments where I usually just delete them and edit them out, but I'm not. So these are my Love Wins socks. I knit them once and I realised that I was doing the pattern underneath, and I thought that wasn't going to be uncomfortable, so I had to rip back. I knit them twice and they became too tight on a 60 stitch, so then I increased to 64, I think, or maybe 68 for these. I can't remember, because what's happening is, because of the stitch, I'm carrying stitches. I was obviously carrying them too tight, so you can see that there's a bit of puckering there. You can see that. So I'm sure these will be okay after I block. But look at that colourway. The colourway, this is a mustache yarn, and it's in a perfect sock base, and it is called Rainbow, and it's a 6 colour repeat, and this is just Shawl Brights in Hot Tamale. I'm so glad that I bought Mustache Yarns and Jinx self-striping, and yeah, it's just not going to be possible to buy it now, because I looked at one of the websites, which I still might buy her one, because I actually don't want to say which website it is so that I don't finish. Yeah, self-striping yarn, absolutely worth the money. I understand how long it takes to dye self-striping. It's just that I don't want to pay $50 per skein and then pay delivery on top. Call me crazy, but I don't want to do it. So yeah, I'm so glad that I bought this at the time, but that's the colour there. I really like those two. Again, toe up, fish lips, kiss heel, 2x2 ribbing, and Elizabeth Zimmerman sewn cast off, something like that. If you've got a favourite cast off for tie-up socks, let me know, and I will definitely try them. Might try like a picoey bind off next time, but we'll see. Okay, and yeah, again, actually these needles, I should show you these. These are the ones that the Asian ones that you get on eBay, and I just use the smallest or the second smallest. I have no idea, because it's definitely smaller than a 2mm. I'm assuming they're 1.75 from their feel, and they're fine. Like, I don't use all the needles in it, but in the packs, because I think you get 12 in a pack or 11 in a pack, but I use those ones, and for $5 or I don't know, $7, free delivery. Awesome. So I do like those. If you want to just have some extra needles handy of varying sizes and also varying wire widths, they're good to invest in. Sorry about the bunny ears, but that's what has to be done sometimes. I don't know what I want to show you next. Okay, I'll show you another test knit that I feel so bad that I didn't finish on time. I should show you the bag that I was doing the rainbow socks in. This is again from Freckle Whimsy. This is a misfit, so I don't think she sells this size normally, and it's just my little pony, or the likes thereof. And the next project is another knit like I said, another one. I felt quite guilty that I didn't finish it in time, but I was actually sick. I had pharyngitis, which was, that's disgusting, mono. Oh, it's disgusting. I told everybody that I got it, you know, kissing hot young boys. Anyway, so I kept this in my telephone bag from Zigzag Stitches. I love this, and I want to write to her and ask her if she can do like a Doctor Who one. How awesome would it be? It's just got a zipper pull with double-decker buses on it. This was expensive, and it will still be expensive to buy the other one, but I'll definitely buy it. So the yarns that I chose, so this pattern again is from Amber, and the design is called the Mukari. What does she say? Mukari is a fun play of stripes intersected with lace panels, all worked on the bias to create a long taped scarf that is easy to wear. Mukari is an Australian Aboriginal word for big storm, an apt name for the stormy greys and fresh greens I chose for my sample. The circles of the lace reflect the wild raindrops scattered during a storm. So that's how it looks there, or that's how it's supposed to look. And this is how far I got before I got sick. Oh my god, I'm even finished mid-row. Oh, how am I going to do this? So I've got my, oh, that's the wrong side, my stripes there. I love the colours on this. This is so, this is autumnal, so I can't wait to, and I actually think it's also very summery and very springy. I actually can't wait to now restart this so I can do it. And I'm knitting these on carbons, but I can't read the size and it has been wiped off, so. But that's how much I've got done, and I've got quite a lot to do. But the yarns I'm using is, I'm holding double Malabrigo lace in Sauterne number 22, and I actually got the lovely lady from Woolarium to wind these up for me, because I knew that my ball winder couldn't cope with this sort of stuff. And then just found something that shouldn't be there. And then this yarn is, I think it's called something like Iris from Sunrise Fibre Co. Don't you just love that? I keep on hoping, like I've seen she's done other ones of this, and obviously when it's hand dyed yarn, when it's speckle and all that, no two skeins are going to look alike, but I really like the colour distribution. And let me just find this. Iris in the Fog, is that what the colour is? So it's in an indelible sock base, which is 75/25. Yes, Iris in the Fog. But how gorgeous is that? Again, all the details, look up my Ravelry page. If you don't have a Ravelry account, let me know and I can put just comments down below and I can give you details. And the other yarn is, what's this? This is Shibui sock, and this is 100%, and they don't make these anymore. This is the Fluids range. I don't even know if I've kept the paperwork. No, I haven't. But yeah, it's Shibui sock. Actually, I might have the name here. For those of you who don't have Ravelry, let's see where it is. Sorry about this, guys. The yarn is Shibui Knit Socks in 229 Mulberry. So that's the colour there. It's beautiful, and I think they played well together, so I had to do them. I like the idea of using yellow. I just hope this washes okay and I don't have any dye coming out again that I'm been keeping in my little, what bag is this one? Oh, this will help. Little skein in the big wood, and it just says official sock knitter on there. And this is just a Jinx yarn in Fiesta in one of her sock bases. So it's got blacks and all those multicolours, and then I'm just using a Regia for the toe, but I haven't decided if I'm going to repeat this colour for the heels, and I actually might make the cuffs a different colour too. I think I really want colourful, so we'll see how it go. I'm thinking maybe I'll do some chartreuse and yellow and purple. See how the colours play. So that's how it's done. Now I do a wide start. I do a Turkish cast on, and I cast on 16 on each side. It just, I don't know, I just like the look of the sock better. And the toe decreases work for me. And that's that one. I did start a pair of socks for Father's Day for Dad, and in Australia Father's Day was early September, and I still haven't finished them, and that's because I did finish them and I was working up the leg, but then I discovered that I think I traced his foot wrong, and so I had to rip back. I'm at the stage where I think I can start the heel, but I haven't got Dad to try them on. I keep on forgetting to take them with me. So this yarn is a worsted, I think it's a worsted base, and it's Eels Lana Grossa in the, it's in an 8-ply sport wool. So that's the yarn there, and I just picked that up from Love Knitting. Just doing them on high cables. I think I'm using 3s, but yeah, it's a fun knit. It's amazing how quickly, I mean everybody says it, but you forget how quickly it is, a sock builds up when you're using a thicker yarn as opposed to using like a 463 yard or metre fingering weight yarn and using 1.75mm needles. But that's the way it goes. And then 2 more. I bought this pattern ages ago, and all I've got left is to put the eyes and nose in. So this is called a Plump Thump, and if you guys remember, I picked that up from Love Knitting ages ago. Unfortunately, I didn't even think about getting safety eyes for this, so I'm still trying to work out what eyes. So that's what he looks like. But then I decided to add arms and legs to it. I haven't decided what sort of face I'm going to do, because I have to, you know, I'm going to obviously give this to a baby, so I just want to make sure that it's safe. I don't want to use the eyes that were provided. It was just a bead. So we'll see how we go with that one. That was a quick knit. And then lastly is a hat that I'm making, and I made this again. I had a bad run with the Love Windsock, and then I had a bad run with the hat that I was making for my sister and this hat that I was making for a friend. She was, I think I mentioned to you that when she discovered that I mentioned to her that I was getting back into knitting, she goes, oh my god, can you knit me something? And if somebody asks that, you have to say yes, because they're obviously knit worthy. The pattern is Hermione's. She is into Harry Potter like myself. It's actually an old, not a high school, a uni friend. So it's been a long time since we've known each other. I don't even know if I've got a page for this one. Probably not. Yeah, I have no idea. But it's the Hermione's Cable and Bobbles hat. And the yarn that I'm using is a Misty Alpaca worsted. Let me find out where it is. Misty Alpaca. 50% alpaca, 50% wool. And it's in the Tonos worsted. It's hand painted tone on tone. So that's what the yarn looks like when it's balled up. And it's got a halo, as you can see. Does anybody else sing the song Halo when you say that? Because I definitely do. See, I'm just picking up stuff. I do. So I had to rip back because it was tied on her head. So I've added an extra. I hope I even remember what I added. I've added an extra repeat, I think. So I'm doing these on DPNs. So I had basically done double that. Before because I didn't want to show it to her. Then I thought, after my sister tried her hat on, I thought better try this hat on. So I'm doing on a DPNs, which I actually quite enjoy knitting with, especially because it's got a cables and bobbles and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so that's, I need to actually finish that because it's actually not winter anymore here in Australia, and it should have been finished by now, and there's no excuse. But, you know, because I was sick and then my glasses and, you know, just stuff happens and you just can't. Sometimes I used to get back from work and I was just like, and then going back to my, you know, the giveaway that I had, the stuff that you guys were suggesting for TV shows. I watched the first season of The 100. I don't know, a lot of the stuff that you guys said, mentioned, I actually have watched, and so I thought, oh, you guys are my kind of people, like Game of Thrones, and I don't know if anybody mentioned The Killing, but oh, I love The Killing. Broadchurch, I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, there's just been, and just recently I watched The Fall. Gillian Anderson with, is it Gillian or Gillian? Gillian Anderson with an English accent, even though I know that her heritage is English. It was just weird for me, but it was, I watched the end of up to end of season 3. Interesting ending. Yeah, so I don't know, yeah, so I don't know if I was disappointed. And of course I watched True Detective season 2, which a lot of people didn't like, but I kind of think that I liked it more almost than season 1. I don't know. I personally felt I just got a bit more closure. Anyway, so that's it for my knitting. Oh, actually, I don't show you, you know how I'm doing Hexie Puff? I am still doing Hexie Puffs, and I don't show them to you, and I'm not going to show them to you again today, but I thought I should show you guys that I am doing a memory blanket. This was actually in 2 pieces because I was originally knitting them that way, so the orientation would be that way, but I decided I wanted them in the diamond shape when you, like if I was to put it on a bed or something. So I had to start again, and then I had to basically sew the bits together. This is just to indicate that this is where I want it, so that's why it's there. But that's, obviously I've done a lot. I try to weave in the ends as I'm knitting, so I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried that, you know, one colour shows up with the next lot or anything like that, because this is supposed to be a scrap blanket and it's not supposed to be hipster perfect scrap blanket, if that makes any sense. So that's been fun to use some of those socky stuff. and some of the stuff that I haven't even used yet. I especially liked, I just love how the stripe looks. This is Jane's sock colorway from Crazy Dog. This is, I don't know if it's called Dark Side of the Moon by Fab Funky Fibers. So it's not Mustache's one that I bought maybe a year back now. And then I got like Frankenskeins that I just do stuff, and then skeins which I don't, yarns which I don't know. Like this one, I think it's 4 different yarns. So, I'm having fun with that one, and I haven't looked at that for months, but thought I better show you. And I'm doing the Hexie Passport again. I haven't done that for months too, and I don't join them together, so occasionally I'll just mention that I've done it or something. I don't know. So now we get on to the shopping. I'm just looking at the stuff, and I'm just do the bug wiggle again. I hope you're all with me still. Okay, so I've got my first freebie, and what I mean by that, I was having a conversation with no, I wasn't having, I wrote to Katie from Knit and Stitch Bits on Etsy. How are we going to show you her name? So it's all one word, Knit and Stitch Bits. And I asked her, because I'd seen somebody else have this bag, maybe I can't remember who it was. So I asked her if she had any more of the fabric, and she said she did. It will be smaller than a normal one, but I said that's fine. So I had to get that one. So I paid for this, and that's lining there. Well made, like square bottom. What else would you want to know? Even here, like you can see that she's sewn over the zipper, which I quite like. And there's a slight gap in between there, and I actually quite like that, because I think that a lot of you who walk and knit, if you bought a long strap, you could actually strap it through and wear it as like a side sling bag. I might show you one day, but that's it. And she uses, it feels like Palin in her bags, so that's the bag that I got. And then I saw this and I thought, look, I like cats. I like I like cats and dogs. I don't have my own, so I'm not a crazy cat lady or crazy dog lady. But how can you resist getting? Oh, I had to buy these kittens. They're so cute. So I think this is a smaller bag. Oh, correct me if I'm wrong. And it's just got yellow dots. Again, really nicely made. It's like really nicely made. So I like that. So I got that. And then she gave me 2 items for my podcast. And I'm so appreciative. I can't, like, I think I've mentioned in the past that I usually let an Etsy seller know that I have a podcast after I've made the purchase and received the item. Like, I'll just say thank you, do you mind if I blah blah, because I don't want to get extra special service that somebody else might not get, just so that they can get I don't want them to give me extra good service and provide just normal service to other people, if that makes sense. Anyway, but she followed. Does she follow me on Instagram? Did she follow me? I think she did, but she knew me from my cross stitching, so she knew me anyway. So I ordered the bags, and then she said I'll pop something in for you, extra for you, and I didn't even think twice about it, because I can't be greedy. Anyway, she sent me 2 bags, and they're so cute. The first one is this one, and I think it's big enough for a shawl. It's definitely socks, but you can fit a shawl in that one too. Again, it's got that Palin type thing in it. It's got the pink stuff in it. Purple zipper, which I love. But that's cute. And then she sent me this one, because she was saying, I thought this would be up your alley. And it is. I don't want to give it away. I love it so much, but I will give it away. So it's chartreuse and pink. Sweater bag, I would say. This is a sweater bag size. It's cute on the inside too. I really like the size of this one. It's nice and roomy and well made. Like, I'm Seriously, I love it when people do that thing on the end. I'm not fussed about any of, I don't want pockets inside. I never use them. If I do, I forget there's stuff in there. I don't care about like handles or anything like that. I don't need that. I just need something to store my knitting in. I don't walk when I knit. And like I said, I could easily buy a long chain from eBay. You can get uber long chains for $5 or $6, and you can sort of clip the chain together. Oh, first feed it through these bits, open the bag up, clip the chain together so it forms a circle, and you can still get your stuff out, but you know, obviously the chain's in there, and you can just walk like that if you wanted to. So you should try it. So that's what she sent. Thank you very much, Katie, and I will definitely have a giveaway in November. I will definitely sometime this week start a Ravelry group if you guys are interested in. I'd have knitted some other stuff, but you know, I can talk about it next time. It's just too much. I don't know how long I've talked, but I've talked way too much. So I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I purchased from Bendigo. I went to the Bendigo wool show for the first time. It was fun. It was actually an unseasonably warm winter's day. My sister and I drove up there, and I thought I'll just get a day's ticket. I couldn't go up on the Friday. Why couldn't I get up on the Friday? That's right, my hot water service blew, so I couldn't go. And then he said, I'll come on Saturday, and I said, no, I have to be somewhere. Can you come on Monday? So I was happily living with hot water for a few days in the winter so that I could go to Bendigo on Saturday, because I couldn't make it on Sunday for some reason, and I was determined to go. So I surprisingly, I thought I'd buy more. I did buy 2 spindles, but they're not around. I bought a long metal one, quite heavy to ply with, and I'm thinking of getting an e-spinner, but it won't be until next year when I get my tax return. But so if you've got any opinions, I'm thinking of the Ashford one. Yeah, so we went up there. It's a nice drive up there anyway. We stopped off at the Bendigo Woolen Mills. Didn't really buy anything. I think I'm spoiled by the fact that there's a craft cafe that's reasonably close. I mean, you can't drive. You have to drive there. It's not walking distance at all. It's probably about a 15-minute drive. The Unwind, I think it's called the Unwind Craft Cafe in Keilor. So I'm spoiled in the fact that I can access a lot of their yarns anyway, and they usually just stock these solids. And I went to the back room. Nothing really called out to me. I ended up buying 2 bear yarns, which I'm just going to dye and play with. I think because my nephew, I don't know if it was, I've got a feeling it was sock yarn, because my nephew wants me to make him socks, which I thought was beautiful, and I said that I would make it for him for next winter. So I'm not even going to look at them now, because he's going to grow, because he's 11. Hang on, where are the years gone? Yeah, he's 11 now, so you know, he's having growth spurts, so I'll wait until next year, and hopefully he can just wear them for 3 months at least. So I bought, like I said, I bought the bear yarn, and I bought this sock yarn as well. I have no idea how it knits up, and it's just called sock wool. I don't even know if they've got it on the website, but of course, because it was chartreuse and reduced, I bought that. I've never seen unicorn tails in the wild before, or in captivity, so obviously I had to buy some unicorn tails. You can't get Madtosh everywhere in Australia. You know, it's hard to get Madtosh. My local yarn store just recently stocked them, and I don't know if she's even received her unicorn tails yet. She hasn't had any in. So this colour is Tocheray, which is a brightish pink. This is Whiskey Barrel. This is, obviously this is Button Jar Blue and Edison Bulb. I couldn't walk away without getting those, and I thought that was just cute yarn to have on standby. I love this yarn and I regret never buying it. And this was a Tosh Merino Light in Antler. So I got that. Some would say you probably shouldn't spend money on hand-dyed yarn, but I'm trying to get away from buying, like, you shouldn't buy hand-dyed yarn if you can almost access it commercially, but nah, it's just different. It looks different even though it looks like it hasn't been dyed. This is, and then I went, so we bought a whole bunch of stuff. Like, first of all, I thought about doing the whole walk around and then buy, but you know, it's in different sheds and it's too much of a pain, too much of a hassle, and then you forget and then you get tired. And as it was, my sister's going, oh, don't you want to go X and Y again? I'm going, no, I can't be bothered. So I didn't. I saved money. I spent more than I wanted to, but I spent less than I thought I would, if that makes any sense. So we went to the Moseley Park. It's probably one of the biggest selections of hand-dyed yarn. And this is, so I decided, okay, I'm not going to get fingering, so I got this one, and I'm just trying to think. I've never used her yarns before. The colorway is Missy, M-I-S-S-I, and it's 100% 21.5 micron merino wool, 211 meters, 100 grams, and it's DK machine washable. So aren't those colors gorgeous? I love it, I love it, I love it a lot. And I think I might make something for my niece out of that, like a cardigan or something for next winter. And I couldn't find this in any other base other than this one, and this is the Lucia, and it's in a Yanini base, which is 50% silk, 50% wool, 400 meters, 100 grams. But I just love the colorway and I couldn't walk away without it. So I would have loved to have that in a sock base, but maybe I can wear silk socks. I don't know. So I got that. I actually bought some fibre, and I thought I bought more fibre than this, but who knows where it is. So I bought this. I don't know why I bought so much fibre, because, you know, this is Corridale Merino, Silk Noir and BFL, and this is from Spun Out, which I didn't think they exist anymore, but I don't know, maybe but that's a colourway there. Isn't it cute? I just love how it's sort of green and it's got all that weird stuff in it, and it goes there and it goes there, and so it's quite autumnal, which I like it a lot. And then I went to Ayshxo Bunny, and I decided, she sells rare breed wool. I don't know what I'm going to do with these, but I thought I had to have them, and there was actually not much left, and I didn't want to get merino or anything like this because I knew that she had rare sheep wool, if that makes any sense. So I bought this one. I have no idea how to, Gras Tronderassu, and it's a rare Norwegian sheep. I'll show that to you. So it's 100 grams. And it was interesting to read about these sheep. These sheep, there's only 50 pairs or 100 sheep in existence. So I decided, I'm going to honour this sheep. I'm going to buy its wool. So I just, again, love the colours. I don't know what she washes it in, but it smells so good. And the other yarn I bought purely because of the sheep, because I like the wool that I bought. I bought it for the sheep. I just think they're one of the most cutest sheep on earth. And this is, well, the base is called Alpine Glitz because it's got some sparkle in it. It's the Swiss Valet Black Nose sheep, and you guys have to Google image these sheep. They are the most gorgeous sheep on earth. They're so cute. So again, rare breed of sheep, so I thought I had to just buy it. So that's a colourway there. So I will, once I get more confident in my spindle spinning, I will, I will spin those. And then I went to Hawaii. Did I mention that? I was in Hawaii. If you follow me on Instagram, sometimes I can't stand it when I say if you follow me on Instagram. Anyway, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen the photos. And I went to a yarn shop there. I did a bit of, you know, reconnaissance on the World Wide Web to see if there was a yarn store that was close by. And sure enough, there was one that was probably about a 15 or 20 minute walk from Ala Moana. So I thought I've got to check there because I saw on a website and it's, that they had a dyer that was local. So no, actually I wrote to her and I asked her and she said, yeah, we've got one local yarn dyer. So I thought, yep, that's what I want to buy. I ended up buying 3 cotton yarns, which are not here. I just realised. I'll show you next time. And then I bought these, but this is what I actually went there for. The dyer is Nadiz. I can't actually stand it when people don't even try to pronounce a person's name, because I just think, you know, that's part of their identity, and I can't believe I'm doing the same thing myself, because my name is unusual and I can't stand it when there's always a gap when, you know, people are calling out names and then you just hear this and I know it's my name and it just, yeah, pisses me off. Anyway, Nadiza, I'm going to pretend that the ZH is silent. Nadida's crayon box. So that's it there. I usually don't show labels. And the colourway is Red Vented Bull. But that's a colourway there. It is it 100%? No, it's 90-10. But I've never bought these colours before, so I thought, and my footy team in Australia is Essendon, so who are red and black. So this is, it almost runs a red orange, but yeah, so I thought I'd get that. And then I bought another one called Shadows March, which is 100% merino. I just thought this one would be interesting. Again, I've got to stop buying this sort of stuff because I just buy them without a plan. And then I found one of the Shibui sock in 100% merino, and these are discontinued, so I saw that and I thought I had to get that one. So, and then I will just quickly say that I did buy some Felici. I'm not going to go through them. I'm going to take photos of them now. So I did pick up some Knit Picks Felici and some Knit Picks Stroll Brights, and oh my god, even though I haven't used the Felici, the Stroll Brights, they're so soft. The yarn is soft, and you sort of go, hang on, like, I can't believe that it's got yarn, like it's got nylon and 100%, you know, it's 75-25 new mix, because it's so, I just love it. So soft, so soft. And then just for my Aussie viewers, I just want to show that you can get Peyton's Croy from Love Knitting. You just have to, I asked to see them in US dollars, and then suddenly the Peyton's Croy things just came on the screen, because I think it just assumes that, yeah. So anyway, and I thought once I get to checkout, maybe it's not going to let it go through because there's a distribution issue. But it let me purchase them, so I bought a whole bunch. I just bought some Peyton's Croy because I only need 50 grams to knit a pair of socks, because I do heels and toes in a different colour, and that's why a lot of these are singles. I just bought those. I thought would be probably nice or fun for someone, so I thought I'd get 2 of those. And then what else did I get 2 of? Nothing else. But I'm not going to go through them. You guys have seen these multitude of times, but I have to show you these ones. I don't even know. See, I can't even see the name because I'm blind. I do have contacts in, I can't read these. But that was just one colourway. So it's got purples and greens and stuff. And this has got like the chartreusey, almost highlighter yellow. I love that. And then that was a cute one. And I like that one too. So that's pretty much it. That's all I've been doing. Since I last spoken to you, I have a niece who I absolutely am in love with. Obviously I love my nephews, but I'm absolutely in love with her too. Gorgeous, obviously. She's the most beautiful child in the world. And I went to Hawaii, and that's about it really. Got my reports in on time, all that stuff before I went overseas, which was good. Hawaii was fantastic. This is my third trip to Hawaii, or was my third trip to Hawaii. I mean, I've only ever gone to Honolulu / Waikiki, but I love the place, and I'm hoping next time to go to some of the islands. Yes, there will be next time. However, it was so humid that it killed me. Absolutely killed me. The humidity, all semblance of any sort of personal grooming other than, you know, shower, yeah, and clean my nose or brush my teeth, you know, that sort of stuff. It just went out the window. You know, I used to put my hair in a, you know, clip it. Sometimes I couldn't even bother putting an elastic. It was one of those clippy things. And, you know, our skin was so nicely moisturized because we were getting 79, like definitely above 80% humidity, and then, you know, about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning you'd get 100% humidity. It was just ridiculous. I have never perspired so much in my life, but I still loved it. I was so tired. I had blisters on blisters. You know, my feet are disgusting, but I absolutely loved it. You know, I love the people there and all that sort of stuff, and I want, yeah, so hopefully next time we can get to a couple of, or at least to Maui, one of the other islands. But loved it. So if you haven't gone, or if you've been thinking about it, go for it. Yes, the Australian dollar exchange at the moment is awful, but it's still nice. Still, oh, love it. I love that place. And do go on a Segway if you haven't gone on one. They're so much fun. Okay, that's about it, guys. I don't know how long I've been talking, because I don't even know what my timer thing is. I don't know what my settings are. That's it. If you want to check, like I said, all my sites are, social media sites are down below. I don't go by StickyStitch anywhere other than YouTube. So check down below. If you don't have a Ravelry account, let me know. If you've got any questions about any of the items or any of the patterns, let me know, and I'll let you know what they are. Because I still haven't done, I don't do show notes at the moment. I just, and then yeah, and I will start a Ravelry page sometime this week, so be on the lookout for that, and make sure you come in and just say hello to me so I don't feel all alone on my own. That's about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying until now and watching it to the end. I absolutely do appreciate it. Thank you for all of those of you who've been subscribing, even though you saw that I hadn't uploaded any videos recently. I really do appreciate it. I can't tell you how much. And hopefully in the next couple of months I can get back into stitching and, you know, actually do the, you know, all that stuff, all that stash I can get through. I'm going to go now and try to take some photos of these and of these yarns and upload them onto Ravelry. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Again, thank you so much. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.